Further, this bill still contains a ban on any type of human-animal hybrid. And as I think that we've heard several times in committee and in earlier versions of this legislation on the floor, there isn't a huge threat in Arizona for human-animal hybrids. In fact, there's no threat at all. No one is out there trying to combine a human and an animal to make a new creature. That just isn't, it's not happening. There's no one doing it.
Human-animal hybrids are not real. There is no attempt to do them. And passing legislation to prevent them solely makes us look even more crazy than
to include a ban on that, it seems to me to be a bit silly. It also seems to be a bit presumptive to think that there's some scientists out there just waiting for the opportunity to figure out how to combine a lion and a person. It's just not going to happen. There's no interest in it, and it has no scientific value. And I would just submit that continuing to keep this ban against something that is so far-fetched and so unrealistic, like human and animal hybrids, just adds to the growing list that we've been compiling over the last several months, and particularly in the last 2 weeks, of things that make Arizona the laughingstock of the nation.
To note that there have been zero attempts in Arizona to create a human-animal hybrid. Zero. No one has talked about it. No one has attempted it because it's ridiculous. It's crazy. No one wants to do it. No one's thinking about doing it. And while we hear a lot of jokes about it, the fact is very simple. This is just another piece of legislation that is piled on top of the last several weeks and several months of legislation that makes Arizona look like a ridiculous joke in our country.
While we're in the midst of a massive fiscal crisis, and we've cut well over $1 billion from public education, we're spending our time here on the floor prohibiting human and animal hybrids, which are, as we know, a massive and growing threat to us here in Arizona. Members, I would encourage you to oppose this legislation because, once again, it is unnecessary and it goes much too far, and in many ways it's actually ridiculous. So please oppose SB 1307.